Business Roundtable Studios in Denver. You're listening to the voice of the Colorado Business Roundtable, focusing on issues around business, policy, and education with leaders across local, national, and international communities, making a difference and driving business success. This is Connect and Collaborate on KDMT, Denver's Money Talk, 1690 AM.
Thanks so much for joining us today on Connect and Collaborate, where we come together each day to introduce you to our network of business and community leaders and to discuss issues that impact business. This week, we've been focusing on manufacturing in Colorado and wrapping it up with today's show. Friday, October 6th, tomorrow, is National Manufacturing Day, so we wanted to dedicate a week to discussing manufacturing in our state, the advancements, the challenges, and so many great opportunities. And today, once again, we're connecting with Tim Heaton. He's president of Colorado Advanced Manufacturing Association. And also known as CAMA.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So we're glad to have you back. It's so great of you to contribute to.
Thanks, Tammy. It's fun to be back.
Manufacturing Week with us.
Yeah, I was looking forward to it. So thank you for having me back. I'm glad I didn't bomb so badly on Monday that that there was still an invitation to come back.
Yes, hardly bombed. If we want to pick apart anything that went wrong, it was probably on my behalf. So we're so glad to have you here. Tell us a little bit, just remind our listeners a little bit about CAMA.
So CAMA is a trade association started by manufacturers for manufacturers here in Colorado. We have a single purpose of growing manufacturing in Colorado. We focus on the very activities that manufacturers need if they're interested in growing their business, and obviously they are. That's why they are in business. So workforce, as we talked about on Monday. Today we'll hopefully talk about some other issues that are of concern to them, and primarily that is how are they growing their business. I know on Tuesday you had Tom and Heidi, and they talked a lot about technology. Mm-hmm. That's key to growing a manufacturing business as well. So again, those are the activities, those are the programs that we focus on. As you mentioned, tomorrow is National Manufacturing Day. There's going to be a White House ceremony where they'll officially sign the proclamation, but the National Association of Manufacturers, which has really driven this, has encouraged all their states to continue the programming through the entire month and really make it a month of manufacturing. So that being said, after tomorrow's activities, which focus again on workforce, next week CAMA is going to roll into more activities that focus again on growing your business and helping these manufacturers move forward.
Wonderful, yes. So you're having on the 12th, yes, another event.
Yep, we're having our
summit.
5th annual manufacturing summit on October 12th. The details we can cover a little bit later on, mm-hmm, but also find at our website. But yes, this is a program we started the first year CAMA was in business, and have continued it on ever since. And the first year we had all local speakers, and it's gained enough traction. We have 2 national speakers coming forth this year, mm-hmm, and continue to gain attention for Colorado manufacturers.
Wonderful. So as we were setting up Manufacturing Week and talking about so many opportunities that are out there, I think we want to discuss today. You were mentioning talking about how to address the workforce needs, but that before that or beyond that, you need to grow the businesses.
Right, and this is a recognition, and I really have to tip the hat to the CAMA South chapter, Carl Springs, in the southern half of the state. They're the manufacturers that really drove this agenda. They've been doing wonderful things. We recently had a board meeting down there where one of our board members, which is from Pikes Peak Community College, and we touched on this a little bit on Monday, if I'm not mistaken, but she reported that their classes are full, and she attributed the success of that to the efforts of the manufacturers in the region. But it was that same group that said about 6 months ago, if we don't start thinking about growing our business, then we're going to have a lot of trained individuals, but no jobs for them. And it reminds us that it's a balancing act, that we have to have both.
You have to maintain both pipelines, right?
Exactly, absolutely. So yes, that's we've got somebody here. I'm hoping that's going to help us cover that topic today. So
we're so glad to have you, Jessica Wilbur. She's with Reata. I said it wrong. Reata Engineering. I knew that. And we're so glad to have you.
Thank
you bring forth the information. What's your? We were talking earlier about your title, and it sounds like you don't exactly have one, or
with every small business, as you know,
mm-hmm,
especially nowadays, mm-hmm, as we're constantly bringing in new business, we stay
Right.
really busy.
Yeah.
We
So
just call
I
her
wear-
the guru of sales.
Yeah.
And that's what
So
I was trying to say, that you've got some
Yeah.
great information on sales, and that's what's going to promote growing those businesses.
Correct. It's really important to continue selling. Like currently right now, we are super busy at Reata Engineering. We have business till the middle of next year to the end of
Wow.
next year. But it does not stop me from doing my job and making certain that we're continuing our relationship building with the customers that we do have, as well as prospecting, and bringing in new business to, add job security to these guys to make sure that they know we're going to take care of them and we're always going to be open and keep things flowing through the shop and moving forward and helping grow Colorado, hopefully as a whole. The owner of our company and as well as myself, we're both really passionate about manufacturing in Colorado, and sustaining that, and obviously helping CAMA as much as we possibly can. So definitely.
So is it safe to say, if I can jump in here, just listening to you, when we talked about workforce the other day, we talked about, there's a near-term need. We talked
Right.
about how many opens, some 3,000 jobs open right now, but we also talked about the importance of the pipeline with apprenticeships and internships and things like that. Is it safe to say when it comes to business development that you sort of compartmentalize them into the same category? You get that near term, I got to take care of these orders, but long term, I better be worried about a pipeline. So, hopefully as we carry on here, we could talk a little bit about how you manage both pipelines, because just like workforce, it's critical to maintain that balance on both of them.
Definitely. And I can speak to, Reata Engineering as a whole. We tried to help with workforce as well as sell and continue with our business. So I think we have about 6 or 7 apprentices that we currently hired, just because of our workload.
Okay.
So that's really interesting how much you have to plan for the workforce, still maintain and bring more work into the shop, and probably hope that you have yet more workforce.
Yeah, and we also have to rely on our vendors who are predominantly here locally, because we want to continue business here locally, to fulfill our needs in order for us to fulfill our customers' needs.
Great. We're going to speak more with Jessica Wilbur of Reata Engineering and Tim Heaton, president of CAMA, that's Colorado Advanced Manufacturing Association. We'll be back with more. Stay with us here on Connect and Collaborate, the voice of the Colorado Business Roundtable.